welcome to today's video. Before we get to the video, I would just like to say, if you are not already, please consider subscribing to keep up to date with my latest videos and shorts. And if you enjoy this video, then please consider giving it a like. Summer nights can be a nightmare, especially when you're struggling to get a good night's sleep. Introducing the Chilling Q Memory Foam Cooling Pillow from Zamat. Unlike ordinary pillows, the Chilling Q pillow is equipped with advanced cooling technology designed to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Inside the pillow, tiny gel-infused cooling beads work their magic, dissipating heat and providing a refreshing sensation. This pillow is memory foam, so it offers the support you need, but it's also super squishy. The height of the pillow can be adjusted to suit your needs, and the pillowcase is woven milk fibres, and it's a super silky feel on your face. So don't let the hot summer nights rob you of a good night's sleep. Check out my description box for 15% off discount code on your next Zamat pillow. So today I'm going to be showing you my new skincare routine. For everybody out there who washes their face with a bar of soap and uses fairy liquid in the shower, I know you are so incredibly excited to see the products I use. So previous to 3 weeks ago, my skincare routine resembled that of Poppy's. I used a basic soap to take my makeup off and dabbled here and there in creams. However, a family member got a job as a skincare specialist, and they came up with a skincare routine for myself and Christian, and it's surprisingly easy to stick to. I thought going from using one product a day to like 6 would be a lot, but it's actually not that difficult. So the products that I use are very different to Christian's. There are a few products that overlap, but in general we have different products because we have different skin. Mine is, now anyway, it's quite dry and sensitive. I used to have very normal skin, nothing really bothered it, but as I've gotten older I found that it tolerates certain things less and it can get quite dry, so I need products that moisturise my skin. Christian has quite large pores and quite oily skin, so he needs something to keep that under control. So the first products are face washes. This one is the one I use. I wasn't recommended this is what I've just been using. I really like this. It's the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. It's for normal to dry sensitive skin. It's a really creamy solution. Pretty sure it doesn't have any scent. It's completely fragrance free, and I've noticed now that if a product has a very strong fragrance to it, I find it quite bothersome if it's on my face. I can smell it all the time. So this one has niacinamide, hydrating glycerin and panthenol, and this scored quite high on Yucca. I've actually just checked Yucca. I say quite high, it scored 100 out of 100. Yucca is, I'm not sponsored by them, this isn't an ad or anything, but it's an app. You can scan products, all sorts of different products, and it will tell you kind of how safe they are to go on your skin, if there's any carcinogens, if the products are generally not bad for you if they're endocrine disruptors, if they can irritate you. Take it with a pinch of salt. There are still products on there that don't score too great that I still use because they work for me, but I do check most of my products on Yucca now. So this one is a really nice one for me. Takes my makeup off, and I still use baby shampoo for my eye makeup. I started taking my eye makeup off with baby shampoo about 10-15 years ago, and it was a tip I was given from my mum's optometrist, and she had problems with her eyes and the optometrist said use baby shampoo. So I thought I'd give it a go, and you can rub it into your lashes. Not very good for people who have lash extensions. In fact, it's not that it's not very good, don't do it if you have lash extensions. But if you don't wear lash extensions, it's a really delicate way of removing mascara and eyeliner because you're not pulling the skin, so there's no wipes or cotton wool being used. You just put some baby shampoo on your fingers, a little bit of water, and just rub it right into the lash line. Because it's baby shampoo, it doesn't sting your eyes. I've never had a problem with it. You can use Johnson's, but I've been using Aveeno. It's a fragrance free, I really like it. Just give it a rub and then splash your eyes with water, and then it takes it off every single time. All of my eye makeup is completely off my face, and I'm not like rubbing the delicate skin around my eyes, so that is my top tip. Christian has been using CeraVe. This is a foaming cleanser. Cleanses and removes oil without disrupting the protective skin barrier of the face and body. So this has ceramides, niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, and again this is a fragrance free one. So we used to just share face washes because neither of us are really into skincare, but I think when I run out of this, usually I would just use the same one as him, but I think I'm going to stick with this because this has been really nice to my skin. So because we've gone from no products to a lot, I have come up with a colour system so that I know what I'm putting on, when and in which order, because I found it really difficult. And the bottles, they all kind of look the same. I mean, you do have the name of the product on them, but they're all very similar looking. So I have colour coded the bottles. And then in my bathroom, I have got a piece of paper in the cupboard. I don't know if you can see that one. I've got a piece of paper in the cupboard that has got all of the colours, whether I use them the AM or PM, how many times a week I use them. So in front of me, I can tell you on the morning, I use my cleanser, followed by dark green. And dark green is a hyaluronic acid, 2% and B5. A hydration support formula with ultra pure vegan hyaluronic acid. And these are really nice bottles. Just have a little pipette. This is a kind of a serum. And they're really 3 or 4 drops. I put one on my forehead, each cheek, and then my chin. Now with hyaluronic acid. I believe this is the correct thing. It's a humectant. And I do have a little explanation here. So I've just asked ChatGPT to to explain what a humectant is, and it's a type of substance or ingredient that has the ability to attract and retain moisture from the environment or the surrounding materials. In skincare, humectants are commonly used to hydrate and moisturize the skin by drawing water molecules from the air or deeper layers of the skin to the outermost layers. So one of the things that I do when I'm applying this or anything else with hyaluronic acid, I will apply it to damp skin. Usually I've cleansed my face and my skin is damp, but I'll just give a couple of sprays of fresh water so my skin is nice and damp, and then I put a couple of drops, and then I tend to like to pat it in. I don't really think there's a great deal of difference. If there is, let me know, but once it's everywhere, I just kind of pat it into the skin. It feels nicer. And then I give it a couple of minutes to soak in, and then I follow it with Red. So Red is a scorbal glucoside solution. It's 12%. So it's a brightening serum with stabilised vitamin C derivatives. So I believe this is just a different type of vitamin C. So according to The Ordinary, which is where I got most of this stuff from, I think you can get them from other places, but I found The Ordinary to be like really affordable. So when we purchased this, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 products, and I think they came to a total of £97. And sometimes skincare can be extremely expensive, but I think for 9 products, £97 isn't too much. It's a cost that you outlay up front, and then as we run out of things, you know, I think this may be, how much is this? So this is £12.70. So there are certain ones that are cheaper. You can get a couple at like £5. This specific one is £12.70, and we both use this one. So this one's very likely to run out first. But this is a serum again. I really, really like the pipettes. They make getting it onto your skin nice and easy. You can hold it above your skin so you're not actually touching the pipette with your skin. So I put that on, and then I put a moisturizer on. And I'm using natural moisturizing factors, and this has hyaluronic acid in it, and it's a surface hydration formula. So all of the stuff I use is for hydrating my skin, to make it a little bit plumper and to reduce the fine lines that are now becoming very prominent. So back, I think it was at the end of last year, I was using retinol. I'll show you which one I'm using. And it does say to use the retinol every day. Start slow, build up to using it every day. So I was. But I wasn't using it with anything. I was just putting retinol on my face, and it was doing what retinol does. It was drying out the top layer of skin, encouraging new skin to come through. My skin has never looked worse. It was like tissue paper. The wrinkles were horrendous. And I think because at the same time I'd caught COVID, and then 3 weeks later I caught another infection, and then another infection, and I was poorly constantly for 3 months, wasn't eating great, was quite dehydrated, and going into my 40s, I'd never looked worse. And quite a few people have said you're not meant to use retinol daily, but I assure you it does actually say to use it every evening building up. However, I've since learned you're meant to put a moisturiser on with the retinol. So I have been using this one. This is my day one, and it's a really very silky formula. This, I think the first time I put it on, I put way too much on. It went far, and again, completely fragrance free. I love fragrance free products. There was a dupe in Aldi, and it's some sort of a rose serum dupe. I can't remember what the dupe is from, like which product it's a dupe for, but it was lovely and it had great reviews. So I went to buy it, and I had a smell of it, and I just thought, I don't think I'm going to be able to tolerate that being on my face all day. It was such a strong smell. So I think a lot of people now, especially when you're putting 4 or 5 things on your face, you don't want different scents for everything. So this goes on, followed by an SPF. Now I was advised to use 30 and above. I have 50. And this is this is the La Roche-Posay one. I do get some discoloration on my face. I'm not bothered by it. I've never been bothered by any skin discoloration. I do have melasma that comes out. I used to get a huge kind of melasma moustache where just my top lip in one section darkened when I'd been on holiday. Never bothered me. I've got some, I think, here, and then I've got a little bit up here. I was out in the sun the other day. Not an issue for me. However, I do need to protect my skin because I don't want it to get any worse. I don't want to risk burning it and damaging it and increasing my risk of skin cancer. And I really wanted an SPF that was designed for your face. Whenever I'd been on holiday, I'd used body SPF, and I always used to think that it was giving me spots because it was too heavy for my face, which I still think is part of it. It's also probably because I'm putting it on with greasy hands. You know, when you're on holiday and you go to the bar and you get some greasy, salty French fries, and you just wipe your hands on your beach towel and then put some more cream on. Well, anyway, I invested in a good one. The only thing I would love is if it was in here. If the SPF was in the moisturising cream. Not sure if that can really be a thing. I don't know whether to have a proper SPF it needs to be, you know, like an SPF on its own, and if you mix it with something else it's not effective. Don't wear this every day. Only wear it if I'm going outside for, you know, maybe more than half an hour, because I have found when I'm putting a lot of creams on my skin, I start to get like, do you know what I mean? You know, if you rub your skin and it starts to come off, clumps of cream start to come off. I hate that. And I find that when I start to use SPFs on top of stuff, it can get like that. So I don't know whether I might go for a lighter formula that's a little bit less thick and just only use this in the height of summer, and maybe use a really light 30 SPF. If you have any recommendations of a nice light fluid SPF 30 that I can use on my face, please leave them below, because I'm definitely wanting to change that for the months where it's not absolutely boiling. On a night, I have 2 different routines. One I use 2 to 3 times a week, and then the other evening routine is the other days. So first of all, I will cleanse and take my eye makeup off. Then I will add light green, which, see, I don't even know what these are. I still don't know what they are. Light green is multi-peptide and it's got hyaluronic acid. So let me look what multi-peptide is. An age-supporting peptide serum that does a little bit of everything for your skin. It targets signs of aging, dryness, and crow's feet, your laughter lines. If you've got laughter lines, you've laughed a lot. So this one, sorry, my fringe is growing my fringe out a little bit. So apply a few drops to the face in the morning and evening. This is an evening one I use. This is very like the vitamin C one, like a cloudy serum. So I put that on, followed by my retinol, which I don't have with me. Bear with me. So I use the Inky-List retinol. This is the stuff I was using last year when it dried my skin out incredibly. Did what it said it did. So I'm just continuing to use this because I've got plenty of it. And it says use in the PM only on cleansed skin. Apply a pea-sized amount to the face and neck if using alongside other serums lay in order. And then start every other or every third night and build to every night, but use consistently for maximum results. So this isn't fragrance free. It smells like almonds, which I'm actually very pleased about because I love almonds. But yeah, just a little pea-sized amount, and I put this on, let it soak in. Then I put a moisturiser on, but I use this because I have it. This is I'd say practically full. It's probably about 80% full. And I just thought I may as well continue using this on a night. It's really nice. This is a Revitalift. It's quite expensive, but I usually just waited until it went on offer in Wilko's. There's 2 different ones. There's the Revitalift with a fragrance, and then there's a fragrance-free one. I think it's like 16 quid when it's full price, and I think it drops to like 6 or 7 when it's on offer. So I just used to check when it was on offer and grab some. But this is a really nice cream. It actually says hydrating day cream. I never noticed, but it's quite heavy, so I use this on a night, followed by my plant-derived squalane. Now, this is an oil. I didn't realise it was an oil. So the first time I put it on, I opened it up, got some in there, put a nice big drop in the centre of my forehead. Because it's not a serum, it runs straight down right into my eye. Didn't sting, fortunately, but I was like, oh, I've got loads of oil in my eye. I now know, and I just put some on my cheeks and my chin. But this is a really nice face oil for the night. The only thing is, with having a fringe, if you put oil on your forehead, you get an oily fringe in the morning and then you have to wash it, and so I tend to try and pin it to the side and sleep with it pinned. So this is just a really nice one to moisturise heavily during the night. Then my other evening routine, I use my cleanser followed by lactic acid, which if you've ever climbed a lot of stairs and the higher you get up, the more tired your legs get, this is what is building up in them, the lactic acid. I found lactic acid is very, very, I know it says it's suitable for sensitive skin, but I have found this almost a little bit too strong, so I'm using 2 tiny little drops mixed in with my hyaluronic acid, just to weaken it a little bit. And every single time I've used this, the morning after, I have some spots. So it definitely does what it's meant to do. It's renewing the top skin, bringing the stuff up. I'm not allowed to use my lactic acid or my retinol for a week because I went to a spa on Monday and she put an acid peel on my face, and you might be able to see I've got a spot there, one up here, and it's bringing out all of the stuff in my skin. So because I have that on my face, I'm not allowed to use the retinol or the lactic acid for a week, just to let my skin settle back down to normal, and then I can start using these again. So if ever I've got somewhere to be the next day and I don't want a spot, I'll just skip the lactic acid, because it is very good at what it's meant to do. And then I will follow that with a moisturiser, either the hydrating factors, is it hydrating factors? Natural moisturising factors, or the Revitalift one. Christian's, he uses the lactic acid, the moisturiser, but he sticks, I'm just looking at his now, so his morning routine is his cleanser with the vitamin C, and then he uses niacinamide, and this one is 10% and 1% zinc. So I have niacinamide in some of my products, I think. Yeah, I've got it in the cleanser. So this is a really nice cloudy serum. Wow, it's used quite a lot. I was saying using it sparingly, but he has more surface to cover than me, so I'll have to top some of these up soon. So he uses the niacinamide, and then on an evening he has a cleanse, and then he uses purple, and purple is gram-active retinoid, so it's basically a retinol. I didn't realise that's what it was. I guess that I could probably, once mine, oh look at that. Oh, of course, it looks exactly, I don't know why I didn't realise. It looks exactly the same as my retinol. So I suppose once I've stopped using my Inky List, then I will be putting a retinol on every other night. And then he then does a cleanse, the lactic acid, the niacinamide and the moisturiser. So I am now somebody who has a full skincare routine, and I have to put things on in a certain order. And you know what, it's quite nice to look after my skin properly. I've never really taken my skincare seriously. Never really put sun cream on when I was younger. There's that song, isn't there? Is it the Baz? Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen by Baz Luhrmann. After you watch this video, I will leave a link in my description. Go and watch it. For anyone who is a similar age to me, I guarantee you will watch this and think, why didn't I take that advice? And it will fill you with all sorts of feelings and memories. And if you're younger, please listen to these words. I remember listening to this when it was released. It was released in 1999. I was 16. What 16-year-olds take advice like that? But I remember listening to it and I was like, yeah, it's a cool song. I never took any advice, and now I'm 40. I'm like, oh, I wish I just took a couple of pieces of advice from this song. So yeah, go and give that a listen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming back time and time again, for leaving comments, for being a subscriber, for being a patron if you are. I've got loads more content coming out. I'll see you all next time.